Hello everybody, Prime Raptor. Today, we're going to be doing a review on the Neca Aliens, Series 10, Gorilla Alien. Now, my hands are so jittery. I am so excited to get into this guy. I've been waiting months for these guys to come out, even though they only showed them off like a couple of months ago. Ugh, these are beautiful figures. I am so excited for them. And, honestly, I just can't wait to get into them and review these guys. So, let's get into this guy. So the first thing he comes with is a extra dome. Now the extra dome is just a completely clear dome that is meant to show off the nice skull that the gorilla has. Now it's a little bit hard for me to put this one on for some reason. It just doesn't even. You get the idea. It's supposed to go on, and it's supposed to look like you can see the dome like the alien in the first movie. Besides that, it's a very basic, kind of just clear, kind of almost tinted plastic, similar to the ones they have on the dog aliens. You can see the kind of two little things on it where the eyes would be kind of like poking out a bit. Yeah, it's basic, but nice, and it's a nice way to show off the gorilla's dome, or the skull for the gorilla. So now, moving on. So the gorilla comes with a blue facehugger. Now, the original toy came with a blue facehugger. I do not have that with me to compare, sadly. I have it somewhere, just not with me immediately. But you can see it's just the normal facehugger, but with this nice black and blue dry brushing. Looks really well detailed, although I remember you could really hardly see this guy at the display they had at Comic-Con, and then I remember thinking, it has to come in the blue facehugger. It just has to. That's how the original toy was. That's how the original toy. This is how this toy is gonna be. But besides that, very basic. It's got some nice little like silver finger or toenails. I don't really know what's the fingernail or toenail. I guess these would be kind of like hands, really. These would be I don't really know how that works. But the figure's got like a bendy wire in the tail. And it's just this basic blue dry brushing, the kind of tongue thing that sticks down your throat is a basic blue color. A little bit lighter than on the front, but still also a little bit darker. But that's about it. Very basic. Now, moving on. So this gorilla also comes with a comic book. Now, this is a reprint of the original comic book it came with. It is a Dark Horse comic, albeit without the gore and violence and language that the original comics had. But you can see at the top it says Aliens. It says Gorilla Alien Jungle Attack. Has some nice artwork of the gorilla, which honestly, let's face it, it doesn't really look much like the figure. But hey, it says number 4, Dark Horse Comics. The back is just one of the pages. So just let me know if you guys want to see this as like a little mini series. I'll do. Like I can read every single comic that will come with the Kenner Aliens figure in one consecutive video for you guys. Just let me know if you want to see that. I mean, it's kind of a random thing for me to do, but hey, it'd be kind of cool for the channel. But yeah, besides that, it's got some nice artwork in the front. The comic has some basic nice stuff. You can see all the heroes based on their Kenner toys. I actually have read this one before. I read the original toy comic. Something like Ripley gets captured and they have to go into the nest to save her. Something like that, but yeah, you get the idea. But that's about it. Very basic, but still an awesome comic. Now, moving on to comparison. So, here is the original Kenner toy gorilla compared to the new Neca gorilla. You can see they are very different. The Neca one has more of a realistic, more xenomorphy look, and this one's just very plain and bland. You can see they even did the eye holes, similar to how they did on this one. It's got kind of the piping through it. The backs are very similar, the same kind of weird tubes. The hands look similar, albeit this one has more pronounced kind of little ridges on it. The legs are very squat on this one, but of course this one has more articulation in the legs. And the tails are similar. I mean, the Neca one being more detailed. They're very similar figures, but different in every single way as well. So it was cool that Neca paid tribute to this guy, who's probably one of my favorite Kenner aliens. And I think he was my second Kenner alien ever. So, yeah. This does not hold a candle to this guy, but hey, you gotta cut this some slack. This came out in 92, 91, something like that. But, yeah. This is the comparison between these guys. And now, moving on to sculpt. The sculpt of this guy, it's beautiful. It's amazing. If you can take off the dome, as I mentioned earlier, and you can see the nice kind of skull detail. You can see it's all rigid and like dirty looking. Very different from the skull I had in the Predator accessory pack. It's got like tubes that go into its eyes. Kind of like weird looking, like pronounced eyebrows there. The little nose cavity. Yeah. The lips look like they're pulled back. The jaw can open really wide, showing all the tendons. The body is like almost the basic warrior body. It's like a little bit more kind of pronounced and a little bit more bulky than the sides. They have a new sculpt on the sides that leads into the back, which has a new sculpt with the two little pipes. Some nice this looks like the hive walls. The kind of crotch area is just the basic warrior body, the warrior crotch area, plus the legs look really nice, and it's got this kind of silver streak that goes in this lighter blue. The legs are just the basic warrior legs. The tail is completely newly sculpted, being a very, very long tail with the little tail at the end, which I mentioned is very similar to the original Kenner toys, albeit looking a little bit more down to earth and realistic. So that is it for sculpt. Now, moving on to articulation. Articulation for this guy is pretty good. He's got a ball joint at the head. His arms can move out, in. He's got a double jointed elbow. His arms can move in and out. He has got a kind of like ball joint at the waist. His legs can move out, in, double jointed knee. He's got a ball joint at the foot. His knee can bend, or his foot can, he can bend his foot, and he's got a bendyware at the tail, but no joint there at the hand. So, that is about it for articulation. I praise this guy so much. This is a beautiful figure. I give it a 10 out of 10. It is amazingly sculpted, it's got great articulation, and it is just beautiful. It pays tribute to one of my favorite Kenner toys, and I've got no words besides I love it, and I love it. Go get this guy if you can. Right now, I believe it's only on Neca's eBay store, but maybe you can find it at toysrus.com in a couple days. Maybe by the time this video gets out, it should be out by then. Maybe, maybe not. But this figure is amazing. I love it, and thank you, Neca, to making these figures and listening to what the fans wanted. But, yeah. Thank you guys for watching. I always love seeing you guys support this channel, and thank you for all the interaction I've been getting on this channel. Never thought I'd grow this big, but thank you guys so much, and I will keep feeding you these reviews, and yeah. So thank you guys for Thank you guys for 105 now subscribers, and subscribe, like, comment, and bye-bye.